teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to Pasadena, California, and the iconic Rose Bowl presented by Prudential, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the #2 seed in the playoff, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's quarterfinal time in the CFP, and let's get it going. Team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Stop them after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Important moment early in this playoff game. Opening drive, they face 3rd down. Your head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down.
With all this build-up and hype of this playoff game, this defense has got to do a better job at the line of scrimmage. That's another 1st down. They had their chance there on 3rd down, but they do not want this to become an ongoing trend against this offense. They're just too good.
He's got the 1st and still going. And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this 1st down. And, boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
And the back now goes in motion. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. On the run here, lets it go. Grabbed by the receiver. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Breaks free. Runs through the defender. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Changes hands, and the offense finds themselves back up inside their own 10. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking downfield, it's Raymond. it's incomplete, just out of reach. A little too much on that throw. Getting set. Here's second down. And now the handoff. Powering through. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to scramble. It's a deep shot to the right. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
He hands it off from the gun. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
The offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. To throw, it's Raymond. Swarm for the pass rush. A sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
They'll kick it away here. Fielded near the 20. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Accurate throw, catch made right near the sideline. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Chris, that's every quarterback's worst nightmare. A wide-open receiver streaking for a touchdown. You could throw a hook shot out there, let him get underneath it, and let him run to the end zone. What a missed opportunity.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Incomplete for a third straight play.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
4th and 10 after 3 straight incompletions. Can they connect this time? And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a 4th down stop.
Oh my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a 1st down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear right down the middle. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Ducks, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game.
Well, this is what this running back brings to the table for this offense. He's always one touch away from a huge play, and here he gets the ball, gets some space, and from there, no one's going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. They'll run it here. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Boy, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
We'll try to run it with the option. And he'll stop him just short of the mark. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
Love how this defense took the quarterback away, not allowing him to get the yards, making him pitch the ball, and then they just rally to the football. Now we got a big 4th down coming up.
The offense will go for here on 4th down and 3. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. He gets loose. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a 1st down. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. We've reached the end of 1 in this quest to move 1 step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the 2nd quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Quarterback's got it on the option. Brought down, but broke the tackle to produce a solid gain there.
That's a good read. Got him a little bit closer to that 1st down and a nice chunk. Now, I bet before too long, we're going to see that quarterback pull it, try to get a chunk of yards himself as well.
And there's the handoff. Tackle, but 1st down.
Boy, great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Noshawn Marino. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Georgia backs.
He keeps it. QB draw. Nowhere to run on that play. It got him in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down on the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Eighth play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance, but he held it just a little bit too long. The defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Ball lands at the 5. It doesn't check up. Bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. Last possession, a perfectly blocked running play. They scored in 1 play, and they keep it going. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
And the Ducks pick up enough for a first down.
Nice job here by this back picking up a first down and living up to the legacy that they have in Eugene. There have been so many good backs. I mean, the list goes on and on, but right off the top of my head, you got to start with Kenyon Barner and Michael James and throw in DeAnthony Thomas. What a golden era it was for the Oregon Ducks.
And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. They make the tackle, but not before he reaches the 37.
Well, this is what you would call a 3-down back. Running backs that can run between the tackles, they can get outside, and they can also catch the ball out of the backfield. Here they have the benefit of having one of those kind of backs that can not just catch the ball, but once he gets his hands on the ball, he's got enough wiggle and speed to be able to get after a defense.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Dropping back, it's Raymond. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Going for a big play downfield. The catch is made inside the 10. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal.
Well, you talk about a huge conversion. That's 3rd and long. It doesn't matter for these guys. They just keep going about their business. Great connection between this quarterback and receiver on that one, and now they're in business.
Nothing doing there. They're still 2 yards from the end zone.
What a job by this defense. They would simply not relent. Incredible effort.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Caught near the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Oregon. So the offense looking for building the lead, and this this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense is shown up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
And now here comes the point after attempt. The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Some positive signs in the last drive. They moved the ball, but eventually stalled, came up empty. Gets some space around the 30. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch it? The 10. Touchdown, Georgia, as they fight back here in this playoff game.
Oh, my, what a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. He's got it in the open. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy that can run it. Do not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. Started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship, made some big throws, and Justin Herbert. Of course, enough said, we see it every NFL Sunday what he can do. 4-year starter for the Ducks. You're still seeing these Ducks quarterbacks being able to throw the football.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
Now you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Looking to throw. It's Raymond. Quick throw to his receiver. Catch made in space. Look out. Tackle made after a big gain. All the way to 36.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's 3rd down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
He escapes the pocket. Goes to the sideline, steps out after a short gain.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Second down after that previous play. They'll try the ground game here. They'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, this offense has really been moving the ball at will on this drive. And a nice job here on this defense to finally come up and make a nice play for no gain.
sets up a critical third down play. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Pass complete in the crosser. They make the tackle, but that's enough to set them up first down at the 15. The Ducks begin a new series here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Trying to keep this impressive drive going, but the loss makes it 2nd down and 14 here. The pass rush closing in. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. This is a tough 3rd and long. Quarterback making some changes at the line. He lets it rip. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up it.
And he bustles into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Running with purpose. They bring him down, but a solid run there by the sophomore.
Oh, man, what a read here by this quarterback. You know, he's trying to keep it himself until the defense takes him away. Good job at pitching it. And how about the skill guys on this offense? Can they cover some ground? Great pickup for this offense.
They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. Offense behind the 6 now in 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. The senior quarterback lucky that didn't get picked off. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Gotta have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He cannot escape. It's a sack. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. The Dogs will send their punt team onto the field. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. We'll see what he can do with the return. But he's got some space here. Now they finally stop him, but he found a nice lane in that return. Puts the start of the drive in good position. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining in the first half clock. They're going to run it here. He breaks free. He makes the stop, but a big play moves the ball to the red zone.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Offense thinking touchdown, not field goal, facing a 3rd and long from the 20-yard line. Looking to throw. It's Raymond. Looks to the left. Pass caught. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
You know, it's third down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
Offense rolling the dice on this fourth down call. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly. You got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
Looks like one more play here before halftime. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
I mean, body blow after body blow. It just cannot get any worse for this defense. The offense, once again, driving the ball down the field, puts the ball into the end zone for another touchdown.
Point after, knocked right through. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. Team all over that to make the recovery.
Trying it onside to start the third with the lead? It's, I guess, a bold strategy. Now we'll see if it comes back to bite him.
And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, the offensive coordinator calls the right play. I like trying to get out on the edge of the perimeter of this defense with the speed you have. But you got to tip your cap. The defense made a great play.
Looking to pass. It's Raymond. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. He'll take a deep shot. Oh, and he can't quite hold on. A great chance for their first interception here today. But it's going to bring up fourth down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up. Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. Can they begin to click now? Fights off a defender. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now it's second down here. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's the tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go.
Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Dogs.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Turn starts inside the 15. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. Back to pass. It's Raymond. Quick throw over the middle. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Second down play coming up. They'll hand it off. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking right, this one caught. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a third down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? It's a draw play. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play.
But there's something we haven't seen much in this game at all. That ball carrier being tackled near the line of scrimmage. Maybe if this defense can make more plays like that in the second half, their team will be able to chip it.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Now they're putting themselves in these third and long situations, and it's simply not a recipe for success. They can't keep this up as this game wears on.
And here's the return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
They make the stop after a huge play. Moves the ball to the 35.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
And the defense is all over the option on this play. That play didn't have a chance from the beginning.
Again, makes it 2nd and medium. Give it to the back again. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Looks like Georgia will have the first down.
What a job by this quarterback here on fourth down. Had to survey the defense, eventually just goes to the check down for the running back, moves the chains, and keeps this drive going.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. Georgia now operating in the red zone. He keeps it on the design run. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Bringing pressure. Oh, and it's almost picked off. A chance for their first interception today. Going to set up third down.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Defense seems to be dialing up the pressure here. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And the defense smothers him for no gain. Double digits in the third quarter. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Fired into a tight window and picked off. He goes down quickly, but comes up with a nice interception.
Boy, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
So the drive will begin from the 1-yard line, 99 away from the end zone. From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, a missed opportunity to your best receiver with that speed. I'll tell you this, I'm shocked that he actually overthrew. If anything, I'd expect him to underthrow a fleet-footed receiver like this, but he must have anticipated that his receiver could go get it and just misses him.
Okay, 2nd and 10 from their own 1. This was an important play. They want to avoid a 3rd and long at this spot on the field. That's a safety for the defense.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
Look out, room to run here. And now the first play of this drive. They'll begin at the 36. It's a blitz look here from the defense. On the run, it's Cobb. And he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the time runs down here in the third quarter. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. And as we've reached the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Quarterback drops back. Here's the throw deep downfield. The deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Look out, whole different game now.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Ducks offense retakes the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. Got a man. Catch made. Big play.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
One explosive play has set them up at the opponent's 40. An inside give now from the shotgun. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
And I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
To throw, it's Raymond. And looking for a big play here. This one is broken up, falls incomplete.
The offense takes a big shot here downfield. I thought they may have a chance, but the defender makes an unbelievable play to get a hand on the ball and knock it away.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first half, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught by the receiver. Make the stop. What? Good enough for a first down at the 29.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down. They get a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the first down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
Running with purpose. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this first down. And, Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base, I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
It's a draw to the back. Showed off a stiff arm and picked up a pretty good game.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. Because this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. And that pass is incomplete. No idea who he's trying to throw it to.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions, locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, and it doesn't work out.
Got the first down and still motoring. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He'll take a deep shot here. It's caught inside the 30, still on his feet. Touchdown, Georgia. The comeback is on.
And that's his 2nd touchdown today. This guy's winning every one-on-one matchup this defense provides. Great job by the quarterback putting the ball where his guy can make a play on it, and he's got 2 on the board.
Extra point splits the uprights. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. The Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. Leaning on the run game here late. Moves the ball up to the 30.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. Late in the game, you got the lead. You got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line, run that running back, make sure he protects the football, and you got a great chance at a victory.
He finds some space. They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49. But the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
Here's a throw underneath to the back. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Looking downfield, it's Raymond. Quick throw to the flat, it's a screen. They make the stop at the 34, but suddenly this offense is in scoring position now. First down.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Ball handed off. They bring him down to the 13. This offense really threatening now to score. We need first down.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Ducks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Screen to the receiver in the flat. Touchdown, Oregon. They couldn't stop him there. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Any hopes of staying alive in a playoff depend on making a play, scoring and scoring quickly here. It's desperation time. Short throw to the sideline, forced out after just a short gain. Final 2 minutes as this offense desperate to get some points here quickly and try to stage a big comeback. Offense getting set, second down play here. And the quarterback dropping back. Caught near the sticks. It's Cobb. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
The short completion to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
At this point in the game, Chris, these guys have got to get the ball thrown downfield. You're down by a couple possessions. The clock is becoming your enemy. You need vertical shots downfield. These short gains are not going to help you.
Looking deep for late-game heroics. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Look out, he's in the clear. They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick and return.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
Here's the second down play. Receiver in motion now. And now the running back's got it again. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. And now a timeout taken by the defense trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Scanning the field. It's Raymond. Makes a quick catch. They get him down, but that first down should be enough to secure the win. They survive and advance to the next round of the playoff. Drive stays alive with that first down completion. Lets it fly to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks.
You know, this head coach and even the players always talk about wanting to play a 4-4 quarters, and that's what we're seeing right now. I don't think they're interested in running the score out. I just think they're out there executing the plays called. Right now, they continue to put touchdowns up on the board.
Georgia, 30.
Returner looking to make a play here. Returner is brought down. Gets you started with the next drive.
Georgia offense will take over first and 10.
Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Looking to throw it on first down. Moves out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this defensive plan has been masterful today for this defensive coordinator. Good job of attacking the quarterback, whether he's inside the pocket, chasing him to the outside, and on the back end, they are locked into tight coverage, not giving this quarterback any options at all. It's no wonder they're winning by so much here in the fourth quarter.
Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
First down here for this offense. Wants to throw it. On the move now. Trying to get the throw off. And he'll just throw that one away to avoid what would have been a sack.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime, get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the fourth quarter. You don't want to give up the big play, force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
Second down after the incompletion. Offense looking to throw the ball. Defense is coming after him. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
Well, this defensive coordinator has been all over it, mixing up the looks, doing a good job of getting pressure on this quarterback there. Almost a sack. They hit him right as he's releasing the ball, almost coming up with another turnover. Just a dominating day for this defense.
Looking to scramble. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Man, even outside of the pocket, this quarterback's having trouble finding guys downfield. They are in desperation mode right now and still can't seem to get it together.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Looking for a late deep throw. And the catch is made way downfield. That's a big gain. Well, he could have used that when this football game was still in doubt. And the offense takes a timeout with 15 seconds remaining. 1st down, looking to throw the football. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Oh, the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Dogs.
Man, I love running backs that can hurt you on the ground and through the air. The defense this time just underestimates his ability to catch the ball, and then the speed afterwards, it's a touchdown.
And now the try for the 2-point conversion. As a design quarterback keeper. And he is stopped short. The 2-point try fails. They can't cut this lead further. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick.
49, Georgia, 36.
On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery.
Good call here to go with this onside kick. It looked like they may have had a shot to be able to come up with this recovery. Unfortunately, they don't, and this could wrap up the ball game.
The offense with 3 tight ends now on 1st down, trying to create a mismatch. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Gets the first and still running. You make the stop at the 25, and it's 1st and 10 for this offense. And a timeout is taken with just 1 second remaining in the game. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to do it. The winner survives and advances in the playoff bracket. We'll talk to you down the line. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been